welcome back to my channel. So this is another collab video. It is with Crystal over at Crystal Lives. I really wanted to do this collaboration because she makes really good what's for dinner videos. She's got this editing thing down and I just love all the recipes that she shares. I feel like not too many of you guys know about her just yet, so I really wanted to try and get her name out there because she is awesome and I feel like she deserves way more subscribers than what she has. So definitely go and check her out. I know that if you do, you will not be disappointed. You guys are going to love her. There will be a link to her channel in my description box. But now let's go ahead and jump into this week of dinners. So on Monday, I tried a new recipe for Coca-Cola pork chops. I am doing an extra step than what the recipe called for, just by going off the reviews that other people who made this left. So what I'm doing right now is just seasoning both sides of the pork chop with salt, pepper, and some garlic powder. And then last minute, I did decide to add some smoked paprika. I just added that to one side since it is kind of strong. And then I'm just going to lightly dredge it in some all-purpose flour. And then I'm just going to put that in my skillet that is heated with some oil. So while my pork chops are cooking, I'm going to put together a little sauce mixture of ketchup, Diet Coke, and brown sugar. I just lined an 8x8 baking dish with some tin foil for easier cleanup, and then I'm going to be adding in those pork chops. And remember, you're not trying to cook these all the way through. You are just searing it on each side to get that crispy crust. And then I'm going to pour that sauce all over the top of the pork chops, and I'm going to bake that at 350 for 30 minutes. So I served this over a bed of brown rice, and then for the side, we had steamed broccoli. I like this recipe, but I expected a little bit more. I just felt like it was missing something, but it is definitely worth playing around with. I think next time I would add in some seasonings to that sauce mixture. On Tuesday, I tried another new recipe for an instant pot lasagna. So for the ingredients, I have some lean ground beef. It's 93% lean. And I also have 3 cups of water. I'm going to be seasoning the meat with garlic powder and some Italian seasoning. I'm going to use that whole box of the whole grain lasagna noodles and 2 jars of the Prego roasted garlic parmesan sauce, some part skim ricotta cheese, and some mozzarella. So I'm going to throw all of this into my pot and I'll let you know at the end what we thought about it. Turned out pretty good. My only 2 complaints was, 1, it was super stringy from all that cheese, so it was really hard to scoop out. And then 2, I think I would have liked it a lot better with regular lasagna noodles over the whole wheat. I served this with some garlic cheese toast and also a side salad with some croutons and some Olive Garden Italian dressing. This recipe made a ton, so we had that for leftovers on Wednesday. On Thursday, I made a sausage and veggie slow cooker meal. So in my crock pot, I have 2 cans of green beans that I've drained. And then I'm going to be peeling and dicing those russet potatoes. And I'm just going to slice up that smoked sausage into bite-sized pieces. So once everything was chopped up, I just dumped it into my crock pot. And then I'm going to be adding in a little under a cup of low-sodium chicken broth. And then I'm going to be seasoning it up with some of that accent seasoning salt. So I'm just going to give that a quick stir just to try to distribute those seasonings. And then I'm going to pop my lid on and cook it on low for 6 hours. So halfway through the cooking time, I realized that I wanted to add more seasoning. So I added in some pepper, garlic powder, and some onion powder. So as you can see, the green beans pretty much turned to mush. So I would recommend using fresh green beans, or if you're going to use the cans, to just add them in the last 20 minutes of cooking time. But they tasted awesome, and so did the potatoes. But I felt like the smoked sausage was kind of bland. It's like the flavors cooked out of them. I don't know, maybe it was the brand that I was using, since I've never used that brand. But my daughter had a huge bowl of it and loved it. So maybe I'm just being picky this week. But I served it with a cornbread muffin. I'm about to try a new recipe for some creamy, crispy chicken tacos. I saw it on Pinterest and I thought that it sounded really good. So far I have just baked 1 chicken breast in the oven. I sliced it in half and I seasoned it with some garlic, salt, and pepper. I'm going to shred that up and then I'm going to toss it in this big mixing bowl. So in here I have about 3 ounces of cream cheese that I just softened in the microwave. And then I'm going to be seasoning up that mixture with some cumin, chili powder, and some garlic powder. I'm also going to season it with some salt and pepper to taste. And then I'm going to throw in some lime juice and some milk. I'm out of 2% milk, so I'm just going to be using some of this almond milk. But I'm sure it'll be fine. So after I get all this mixed together, I will come back and show you what I do next. Okay, so now that I have this chicken mixture all mixed together, I'm going to be putting it on these white corn tortillas. So I have just microwaved these with a damp paper towel so that they won't break, hopefully, when I go to fold them over. And I'm also going to put some shredded sharp cheddar cheese in it. And I'm going to spray both sides with some of this olive oil and sprinkle just a little bit of this kosher salt. And then I'm going to bake these in the oven. So I will be back when all that is done. Okay, so this is what they look like right out of the oven. I baked them for 10 minutes and they are nice and crispy. I was going to make some Mexican rice in my Instant Pot to go along with it, but I didn't have enough white rice, so luckily I found some of this Uncle Ben's roasted chicken rice in the pantry, so that definitely saved the day. And I also made some of these black beans. It's in a chipotle sauce with corn and peppers. Normally I wouldn't buy something like this because I don't eat peppers, but I got it for free in a Walmart grocery pickup, and I've already done a little taste test on them, and they are really, really good. I would definitely be going and picking up some more of those, so thank you to Walmart grocery pickup. But yeah, that is our dinner for Friday, and I will be sure to let you guys know what we thought about these tacos somewhere on the screen. On Saturday, I made some copycat Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches in my air fryer. So I have some chicken marinating in some pickle juice, and then I have an egg wash with just an egg and some milk. And then I have in this bowl some all-purpose flour, and I season that up with some salt and pepper, garlic powder, paprika, cornstarch, and some powdered sugar. So I've actually made this recipe once before, about a year ago, and I had the problem of a lot of my breading wanting to fall off and some of the flour not cooking all the way off, and a lot of the reviews said the same exact thing, so I know it's not just me, but I remember them tasting so good, so I really wanted to give it another try and to do my best to perfect the recipe. So what I did different this time was I double coated the chicken, so I dunked it in my egg wash first, then into the flour, and I shook all the excess off, dumped it into my egg wash again, and back into the flour. hour. And once I got all of my chicken coated, I did put it into my air fryer. But first, I laid down a piece of parchment paper that is made specially for the air fryer. And a lot of you guys recommended those to me, and I've been loving them. So thank you to everyone that told me about them. I will have those linked in the description box if anyone is interested. So I did spray that with some of the Pam olive oil spray. I don't recommend using the Pam sprays because apparently they're bad for the basket, but I could not find my spray bottle, so I just had to use what I had. So I did cook these at 400 degrees for 8 minutes, and then I flipped them over and cooked them for another 8 minutes. And as you can see, it did the same exact thing as last time. It's like the batter is too wet to work in the air fryer, so that's a bummer, but these did taste so delicious. And marinating those in the pickle juice makes it so juicy and tender. I served it on a whole wheat hamburger bun with some pickles and some mayo, and served it with some waffle fries that I baked in the oven. But if any of you guys have tried this recipe and your breading didn't fall off, please let me know what you did differently in the comments, because I really want to make this recipe work, because we do love the taste of it. So since this video is going to be uploaded at 5 p.m., I won't be able to show you guys our dinner for Sunday night, but we are going to a Super Bowl party at my best friend Alicia's house. Her and her husband is ordering pizza and buffalo wings, and I'm going to be making some football-themed chocolate-covered strawberries to take over there. So I'm going to insert that footage now. Well, that wraps up this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to go and check out Crystal's video. And if you are over here from her channel, I hope that you'll stick around. I put these videos out every Monday, sometimes Sunday night. It just depends. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will hopefully see you guys in the next one.